G'day and welcome back to another episode of Getting Back to Basics, and this episode right here has been years in the making. I'm heading out this morning with the man who has taught me the most out of anyone in my life about fishing, about the ocean, about spearing, about hunting, about gathering my own food, about living on the land. My granddad, Ted. I'd never called him grandpa or granddad or nunnu. I think I did once when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And he pulled me up and he said, "Nah, my name's Ted, you call me Ted, that's it." So those characteristics will become evident, I'm sure. Last night, he called me up and he said, "Be at my place before sunrise in the morning." So 5:30 a.m. I was at Ted's place. We loaded up the boat with bait, with ice. Time is 5:45 in the morning. It is full moon tomorrow, and I'm going fishing with my 83-year-old granddad Ted, and a couple of his mates. A guy named John and Davo. Hopefully this morning we can outsmart a couple of mackerel to take home for all of our families. There's 4 of us on board, so yeah, a handful of fish would be fantastic. We'll see if we play our cards right. Very much looking forward to being on the boat and sharing with you guys my granddad Ted. He's one of those guys, I'm sure everyone knows a Ted, that when they're gone, no one's replacing them. So that's my granddad. I love him, I cherish him very much. He's an absolute wealth of knowledge. What he's forgotten about fishing and living off the land and the ocean, most people will never learn in their lives. So very grateful to have someone like him in my life, and wanted to have this episode as a tribute to my granddad Ted, who's still absolutely charging like a bull, heading out there every season, every year to catch fish. You know, as you get older, I'm told, or just any time in life, you need to have a purpose. You need to wake up in the morning and have something to look forward to, have something to do, a mission, an objective. So this is Ted's waking up and going out fishing with his friends and family. Let's see how we go. So what's the plan this morning, Ted?
We're going to trail.
Trailing?
Trailing, yeah.
Yep.
We're going to trail around the bank.
Do you remember the first time you went mackerel fishing, or like what got you into mackerel fishing?
Oh, I don't remember that far back.
How far back?
But I can remember a lot of good fishing trips.
Yeah, and what got you into fishing? Was your dad fishing?
Yeah, my dad fisherman, and from there it went to mackerel and red emperor and barramundi.
Fish on, Ted, you on the gaff or you want me on the gaff?
No, you do what you're going to do, I'll be right.
Alright,
I'll be right.
what's the best way? Any tips for people to get a mackerel?
Oh, well, the mackerel's very easy to catch, but you've got to have the gear that's suitable.
Yeah.
Otherwise you won't get any. The best way is with a live bait or draw garfish or fairy and 5 knots.
Yeah.
The mackerel's there, okay, they're on the bite.
Yeah.
Oh, wind them down, mate. Keep them cool.
Keep them cool?
Gotta keep them cool, mate. Keep the product fresh.
So how old were you when you started fishing?
17, 16 or 17.
Yeah.
20 I had my own boat.
Yeah.
19. My dad had a 16-footer which was built in Mariah Creek.
Out of timber?
Timber.
He's built it?
Done 5 knots.
Yeah?
Yeah. A friend of ours built it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a 5 horsepower engine.
They're always commercial?
No.
Started off for pleasure?
No, we just started off pleasure, and then we caught so much fish and we're giving it away, and then we decided to go commercial. Yeah. Had a license probably since I was about 25.
Yeah. And these days, just keep you going?
Yeah. Yeah, keep fishing till, they say keep fishing till you go broke.
Have you seen the fishing change much over the last 50 years?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot. Just over-exploitation, too many fishermen, too much technology. And the fish have certainly thinned out.
Do you think technology will be the undoing?
Yeah, too much technology and too much fish being caught in too many boats. Just the way of the world, that's all. Can't do much about it. Like in the morning we used to get an average of 15 to 20 mackerel a morning here. And now you're like doing well if you get 10.
Yeah. There's literally a big mama humpback with her calf. Oh, there she is. Wow. Oh, she's just next to the boat. Ted, what did you reckon when you see the whales coming through?
Oh, when the whales are here, the mackerel are here. Real tough.
And is that to do with just bait or the migration?
They travel together.
Yeah.
Water temperature got a lot to do with it.
Yeah. When it's cool.
Yeah. As soon as they go, the mackerel goes.
Yeah.
School mackerel, spotty mackerel.
Pesky. Yep. Hey! Ted, good on ya!
You're out of here.
How good's that? The old boy's still got it.
That's the way to do it, mate. Good fisherman.
Mackerel boys. Couple of Spanish mackerel. Great morning out with Buckaroo shot. Yeah. Good stuff, Ted. Still got it, mate. Fish.
Oh.
4 big Spanish mackerel. We're heading home. Ted's got to get a siesta. The Ted's just gone up to grab the tractor and the trailer to bring that down to get the boat out of the water. It's pretty commonplace here at this beach for people to have tractors that are locals to get their boat in and out, because the tide here, when it's low, goes all the way out and all the sand in the reef is exposed. So you've got to go out a long way and the sand can get quite soft. And a lot of cars, a lot of trucks have been bogged in doing so. Very few places in Australia, I'd say, would be like this beach, Curramine Beach, where just about every second person who owns a boat has a tractor. What do you reckon? I'll come over and slab up with you, or with just one or something. Yeah. We're just coming back now to Ted's place where he's got his shed and he parks the boat up. I'm really glad that I took the opportunity this morning to head out with Ted and his mates and catch some mackerel. It's with Ted, the man who taught me what getting back to basics was all about when I was a young fella. He bought my brother and I our first spear guns when I was 12 and my brother was 7. And he bought us our first fishing rods as well, I think even younger than that. So to be able to go out there now and still be able to do it with him is really rewarding. It's really special. And yeah, it's something that I try not to take for granted, because Ted keeps reminding me that he never knew his granddad. So yeah, fortunate that I know mine and get to go catch fish with him. There it is. One of this morning's catch, Spanish mackerel. You can tell them by the tiger stripes, the bars they got along the side of them. Very beautiful fish. Quite fast growing, fast in the water. Beautiful white fish. What was that, Ted?
How are you going to get home?
How am I going to get home?
Yeah.
Oh, you can drop me on the tractor, eh?
My dad will take you home.
Alright, no worries. So Ted's given me one to slab. I asked him if he wanted to slab it up. He gave me a firm no, so. He said, Ted, you don't want to slab one up, do you? You don't want to slab one up, eh? I think Ted's going off the rationale that he taught me how to fill it, so I need to fill it. And that's fair enough.
Well, I'm going to go and have a fucking shower.
Ted, you've earned it.
Have a rest.
All right, Ted.
Hey, see you, boys.
See you, Ted. Thanks for this morning, eh?
Thanks heaps.
All right. Cut down both sides. Final bit, straight up the middle. How good is that of a yield for a fish? Spanish mackerel. Look at that, that'll no worries feed. How many people you reckon that'll feed for a meal, Dave?
At least half a dozen.
Yeah, at least half a dozen hungry humans. So, Thanks very much. Appreciate you guys coming along for the episode, coming along for the adventure. Meeting my granddad Ted, who was yelling at me. All right, roger that. Apparently we've got to call my grandmother to unlock the house and cook the fish. So, till next time, I hope to see you out here. Oh, look at that flesh. That's all the meat. That's going to feed a lot of happy, hungry people for a lot of really good meals. Beauty.